In the heart of a bustling city, there was a legendary tale that sent shivers down the spines of both the young and old. It was an urban legend that had been whispered for generations, a story that no one dared to disbelieve, for fear of awakening a vengeful spirit that could bring death and despair. The tale began in the early 1900s when a magnificent theater, known as the Grand Empress, stood as the jewel of the city. It was renowned for hosting the most captivating plays and mesmerizing performances. Yet, beneath its radiant exterior, there lurked a dark history that few knew. In the midst of the theater's golden years, a brilliant actress named Evelyn Blackwood graced its stage. Her beauty was as captivating as her talent, and her performances were nothing short of enchanting. Audiences flocked to witness her portrayals of tragic heroines, and her name became synonymous with theatrical excellence. However, Evelyn's life was not as glamorous as her stage persona. She had fallen in love with a playwright, a penniless artist who had captured her heart. They married in secret, fearing that her fame would be tarnished if her love for a common man was discovered. But the secret did not remain hidden for long. When the theater's owner, a wealthy and influential man named Sebastian Thornwood, learned of the marriage, he grew consumed by jealousy. He had long harbored an infatuation for Evelyn and had envisioned her as his own. One fateful night, as Evelyn performed a particularly moving scene, a deadly trap was sprung. A piece of the set, expertly rigged by Thornwood himself, came crashing down upon the stage. The audience gasped in horror as the actress was struck by the falling debris. Her life extinguished before their very eyes. Thornwood attempted to shift the blame to the playwright, but the truth could not be concealed. The police arrested him, and he was executed for his supposed crime. As for Thornwood, he inherited the theater but was tormented by the knowledge of his malicious actions. Evelyn's death cast a dark shadow over the Grand Empress, and it was rumored that her vengeful spirit haunted the place. The legend stated that anyone who disturbed her rest, whether by disrespecting the theater or by attempting to replicate her performances, would incur her wrath. Over the years, many had experienced the chilling presence of Evelyn Blackwood. Some claimed to have heard her melancholic voice echoing in the empty theater, while others saw her ghostly figure drifting across the stage. Each encounter was accompanied by a feeling of icy dread, and some unfortunate souls even met with accidents or disappeared without a trace after crossing her path. The theater, once a bustling hub of entertainment, slowly became a place of dread and despair. Its seats remained empty, and its grandeur crumbled away, overshadowed by the tragic tale of Evelyn Blackwood's death. The urban legend persisted, passed down from one generation to the next, a reminder of the vengeful spirit's power. People whispered of the curse that hung over the Grand Empress and warned their children to stay far away. Yet, as time went by, skepticism replaced fear. The city evolved, and modernity left no room for superstitions. The theater itself had been forgotten, relegated to a mere footnote in history. Only a handful of elderly residents still clung to the legend, sharing it with a dwindling audience that barely listened. Among those who had lost their belief in Evelyn Blackwood's curse was a young woman named Lily. She was a theater enthusiast, a rising actress herself, who had recently moved to the city to pursue her dreams. Lily had heard the stories, of course, but she had regarded them as mere tales, the remnants of a bygone era. One evening, as she explored the city's history, she stumbled upon the old Grand Empress Theater. Its imposing facade and faded marquee drew her attention. Her curiosity piqued. She decided to venture inside, eager to explore the forgotten stage where Evelyn Blackwood had once performed. As Lily stepped into the decaying theater, the air felt heavy with history. The crimson velvet seats were tattered, and the once glistening chandeliers were now tarnished with age. She made her way to the stage, her footsteps echoing in the empty hall. With a sense of reverence, Lily stood upon the grand stage and imagined herself in the spotlight. She began to recite lines from one of Evelyn's famous soliloquies, her voice filled with admiration for the legendary actress. As she spoke the final words of the soliloquy, a sudden chill gripped her. The temperature in the theater seemed to plummet, and a spectral presence surrounded her. Lily's heart raced, and she struggled to catch her breath. A mournful voice echoed through the theater, a voice that was both haunting and beautiful. "You dare to tread upon my stage, to steal my words," it lamented. "Do you not know the curse that befell those who trespassed on my memory?" Lily's knees trembled, and she pleaded, "I meant no disrespect, Evelyn Blackwood. I admire you and only wish to pay tribute to your talent." The specter of Evelyn Blackwood materialized before her. Her ethereal figure bathed in a pale, ghostly light. Her eyes held a mixture of sadness and fury. "Admiration will not save you from the fate that awaits those who dare to invoke my memory," she intoned. As Evelyn's ghost extended her spectral hand, Lily felt an irresistible force pulling her towards the stage's edge. She was unable to resist, and as she tumbled into the orchestra pit, the ghostly figure vanished. Lily's fall left her unconscious, but she miraculously survived. However, she was changed. She now carried the haunting presence of Evelyn Blackwood with her, a spirit that refused to be forgotten. Her voice, once filled with life and ambition, now held a haunting, otherworldly quality. She spoke words that were not her own, reciting lines and soliloquies from long-forgotten plays. Audiences were captivated by her performances, but they were also deeply unsettled, unable to comprehend the eerie transformation that had taken place. Lily's presence rekindled the city's fascination with the legend of Evelyn Blackwood. Audiences flocked to the theater, but not to witness a traditional performance. Instead, they sought to experience the chilling, supernatural presence that had taken root within Lily. As for the Grand Empress Theater, it once again became a place of renown, though for entirely different reasons. It was no longer a place of fear and despair, but a sanctuary for those who longed to be touched by the enigmatic spirit of Evelyn Blackwood, a vengeful and beautiful specter of the past. And Lily, her life forever intertwined with that of the legendary actress, became the living embodiment of the curse that could not be escaped.